I was a member of the Mormon Church until I was 38 years old, and during that time I spent 12 years of my life in a conversion therapy program called Evergreen. And Evergreen is the Mormon Church's reparative therapy program where they convert you to being straight when you're gay. And of the 15 men that was in that program with me in the Denver area, 1/3 of those men have committed suicide. What you do when you're in the Evergreen program is you meet with a bunch of men in a room and you try and decide why you're gay. And they handle it exactly like it's an addiction. The success statistics in Evergreen are based on how many people are still going to the meetings. They don't care if you feel better. Success is you're still going to church and paying your tithing. You haven't divorced your wife. That's what they consider success to be. Well, if you're the person that's in that kind of program, you feel more and more negative about yourself. Straight guys know how to work on cars, and so you learn how to change your oil and you learn how to work on your car. And then in the end, you're just a gay guy who knows how to work on your car. There is no success factors. There are none. It's dawning on you as you're going along that you're only doing it because you're Mormon. They're only doing it because you were told your whole life that this is how you're supposed to live your life. And you just keep going and feeling more negative until many times you just kill yourself because you can't take another freaking day of it. You know, you can't just have a good day because every, 10 minutes you're remembering that you're a loser because you're gay. And that's just, it's a disgusting way to live your life. I felt suicidal, okay, but I'm not a super depressed person. And they're not accepting you. Nobody's accepting. Everybody's got that hand on that weapon, and they're pushing that weapon into your heart. And it doesn't feel good. It feels terrible. When people are committing suicide because they're gay, there's something terribly wrong. Is anybody listening to that? Nobody's even focusing on it. I mean, if you were true Christians, you'd be putting your arms around these people. You'd be saying, you know what, it's not working for you, and it's okay. That doesn't happen, I never woke up in the morning and felt really good about who I was. It couldn't happen. It didn't happen. It just doesn't happen for these people. They shut down. You don't want to live that way, but you can't help it. They don't give you any escape route. And so you're forced with two decisions. You kill yourself, or you face those people and you say, I'm not going to do this anymore because I feel so terrible. I'm not going to do it one more day. Homosexuality has such a connotation in the Mormon Church. It's so negative. You're so worried that traditional marriage is going to be destroyed. I don't even understand what that means. What is traditional marriage for starters? Because Mormons are polygamists. So is that traditional? I don't know. As long as none of them are gay, I suppose. I don't know what you're scared of. There's really nothing to be scared of, except that it looks different when I'm maybe at home cooking dinner with my spouse, and it's a guy, as opposed to the fact that you're at home sitting on your butt watching TV while she's making dinner. Just kidding. But it's about empathy, and these may be some of the things that you're not thinking about. You might be dating or trying to find the right eternal partner in the Mormon Church, or you might already be married to someone that you're extremely attracted to. Through the affection that you have with this woman, you are completely attracted to this woman. You have feelings for this woman, and you can't deny that she turns you on. You're not exactly sure how or why that's working. It's just the way it is. But I'm telling you right now that what I feel inside me for my partner who is male is absolutely no different than how you feel with your wife or with the person that you're sexually attracted to. I see this guy and I can't help the fact that I'm extremely attracted to him. I want to be around him. I want to have a life with this guy. When he walks in the door, I light up. I light up because I'm in love with him. It's a family. It's just as valid and just as valuable to me as it is to you. This is what I'm expecting you to be able to do. Empathize. You have to look at someone like me. I'm sitting here being completely honest with you. The feelings that I have for him are no different the feelings you have for your spouse, for your wife, or for your husband if you're straight. This is what you don't understand. The discounting of the gay family in the Mormon Church is pretty hideous. It's pretty difficult to get through. This is who I am. This is the core. This is myself. I can't change this. You know, they want you to just play act. You can't play act as an adult. You've got to grow up at some point. You have to be honest about who you are, and you have to, and what I would say to people if they were dealing with this is you're not going to lose everything. You're not going to leave your children. You're not going to leave the things that matter to you. But when the church doesn't matter to you anymore, you have to figure out a way through it. I really had a testimony. And everybody that I tell right now, when they find out I'm gay, say, oh, well, the reason that you left is because you're gay. Like, that's just some check box that you can just check off if you're gay, and you know, you're just completely discounted now. And so what I did was I took a lot of time looking at the doctrines of the church, and everything started to fall apart. And it was more than that. It was just bizarre. The more you read about Joseph Smith's life, the weirder it gets. I had one last prayer before I decided I was going to move on. And I sat on my knees and I said, I've been praying to you for 35 years that you remove gay from me. Can I have like one day where I'm not attracted to a guy? You know, you're not there for me. This is it. This is the last prayer. I'm on my knees and I'm saying to you, you need to love me like I love my kids. And I would never do what you're doing to my kids. Never. I love them too much to let them wander through their lives aimlessly, praying for something that you're never going to help them with. It's crap. And I stayed there for 1 hour, and after 1 hour, I started laughing, and I said to myself, there is no God. This is like a freaking joke, man. Everything that I believed in all the way along is just a joke. And then pretty soon, if enough time goes by, it all just becomes funny, and life is a lot better than it used to be for you. You have to make the decision that you're going to live that way for the rest of your life, and you're going to keep going to church, and you're going to slowly die on the inside for the rest of your life because you're not genuine, or you're going to make a change. And the change means you might not be a member of the church anymore. The change means you might not be living with this woman. You're not going to have that eternal marriage anymore. You're not going to have the same situation you have with your children anymore. If the church is framing it all in loss, what you're going to lose, you're going to lose your baptism, you're going to lose your eternal salvation, you're going to lose. Well, it's not about losing. It's about getting comfortable in your skin for the first time in your life. You transcend away from the things that don't work for you. I have not lost a thing. I have gained. I've gained from leaving the Mormon Church and coming out and being true to myself and following my heart as opposed to following the counsel of the leaders of the church. Because those leaders of the church are straight and they do not get what's going on. They can write a bunch of manuals for Evergreen, but they're still a bunch of straight men. They have no idea what this is about. And they're not about to talk to me, you know, because I left. They don't want to talk to me because I'm like having a great time now in my life. If this is suffering, you know, bring it on, because this is fantastic, what's going on in my life now. You move past all of that fear, you move past all of the threats, and you end up with a really, really great situation. I'm going to tell you, my relationship right now with my ex-wife is fantastic. We see each other almost on a daily basis. She texted me all day today about how my kid was doing in his baseball game. And we said, we're going to do the right thing. We're not going to stay married because this is destroying us. It doesn't matter that the bishops told us we all had to stay together. It's not working. We transcend away from that. We're focused on the children. And that's what happens when you leave the church. It just gets better. It just gets so much better. You have to talk to someone who's been through it to know that you can do it. If this is you, if I'm talking to you and you're streaming this video at home right now and you're hiding the fact that you're gay, you can do this. I'm telling you, you can do it. I'm happier than I've ever been in my entire life. And I'm Steve, and I'm an Ex Mormon. My name is Steve, and I'm an Ex Mormon. And I'm fabulous!